Hello world, welcome to another episode dedicated to inspiring the change of mindsets, especially our African mindsets. Do you ever get discouraged taking a certain decision or trying to change your mind? Or do you ever feel like you don't know what way to take in life? Well, if you ever do, which happens to all of us, then the way out is to get inspired in one way or another. Personally, I get inspired by reading about people I consider heroes because they achieved greater things against all odds. That's how I get inspired when I'm trying to make decisions. In today's video, I want to discuss the inspiration you can get from the messaging on this channel if you are an African conflicted about the cultural and intellectual choices we face as we go through our education. However, before I go any further, if this is the first time you are watching one of my videos, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you get notified every time I upload a new video. For those who have already subscribed, thank you very much. Growing up in Africa or outside Africa but to African parents, we receive a kind of colonial education that enables us to function in the modern world. For example, many of us get good jobs in the city or in other countries. But at the same time, there is a dilemma we face as we go further and further into the colonial education. The dilemma is that the more educated and advanced we get in many modern aspects, the more we are cut off from our traditional roots or heritages. To many of us, this conflict between being modern and staying true to our traditional ways leads to a competing sense of who we are, what we believe, and how we should behave in the world. It is for this reason that I wrote this small paper I call the EDSAC framework. You can download this paper for free from my website www.fourthheritage.com, and I will leave a link below. As I've mentioned before on this channel, I wrote this paper last year as I was locked down at home due to the pandemic. Within the pages of EDSAC, you will get a little inspiration about how to be a modern African who has the right tools or worldview on how to live successfully either at home or in other countries. But more importantly, you will also get to know how to extract what is good within our traditional heritages and throw away what is primitive that are no longer useful in the modern age. For the world is now a global village, so we must be comfortable to embrace the many positive things from Europe and other cultures, but at the same time, we mustn't lose who we are as Africans. I know it is so tempting to want to abandon any identity to our African heritages the minute we settle in advanced countries or the minute we ponder over the many challenges that our people are facing in Africa. However, the fact is that the African heritage is still our heritage. And the few of us who are educated, the elites, are the only hope who must use our brains to craft ways of how we as a people can solve many challenges that afflict us. On this channel, and when you read the EDSAC framework, you will get a little inspiration on how to balance the intellectual and cultural divide that leads to many of us African elites to get caught in the no man's land between modernity and African traditional existence. The central objective of why I wrote the EDSAC framework is to challenge our ways of thinking as African elites. I hope when you get challenged, you will also be inspired to change. Remember, changing our mindsets is the struggle.